Hello first year students. We are starting with a new practical and the heading of the practical is preparation of media. Now you know that what are media? Media is the composition in which the requirements of organisms, whether it may be nutritional or it may be physiological or you can say environmental, are very nicely satisfied. So that is called media. So here with the help of media we are going to isolate, identify the organism. Okay, so first of all we will try to cultivate the bacteria, then we will try to isolate the bacteria and then we will try to identify the bacteria with the help of the media. Okay, there are different type of media on the basis of their form that you know very nicely. Okay, there are three different types of media: liquid media, semi-solid media and solid media. Okay, so these three different type of media are used for cultivation and isolation of bacteria. Now very important thing I want to tell you, that is how can we make the solidified media. Okay, here we can use some solidifying agent or a gelling agent. Okay, and these agents may be our agar powder or it may be gelatin. Now for gelatin, there are certain organisms which can liquefy gelatin, utilize gelatin and produce certain end products. So here we will concentrate on agar powder only because it is most of the time, okay, all in all bacteria cannot utilize agar powder. It is found from one particular red algae which is found in the ocean, and this is the material which we are using for solidification of media. Okay. Now nutrition is provided in the media. Okay, that is nutrients are provided in the media. Other thing is the pH, temperature, moisture. Okay, these type of things are also provided when we are using the media for growing organisms. Okay, so here we are making solidifying media and agar powder is used. Now below 45 degrees centigrade temperature it will be solidified, and when the temperature is more than 45 degrees centigrade then it will in the liquid form. Okay, and this is the temperature where it will solidify. Okay, so this particular thing is very important to understand, that we have to prepare the media, you add the agar powder and then after you keep the media below 45 degrees centigrade, then it will again solidify. Okay, so this is the way how you can prepare solidified media. Okay, now then after other thing is when we use solidified media or solid media, one thing is very important, that when we will inoculate the bacteria, okay, so bacteria will be confined to that particular area only or that particular place only, and that will give you the growth in the form of one single isolated colony. Okay, so this is something which is very important when we are dealing with the solid media. Okay, now the next part of this is media formulation. Now how can we formulate the media? Very important and very easy to prepare the media, that is nutrient agar media or nutrient growth media. Okay, nutrient growth and nutrient agar, this is liquid and this is solid. Okay, only difference is that in the first we have not added agar powder and in the second we have added agar powder. Okay, so now we when we are preparing nutrient growth, how can we proceed for preparation of this? So now we will go from one step to another, that which way we are going to prepare this bacteriological media. First of all, we will take the ingredients, that is peptone, then yeast extract, then NaCl, distilled water, okay, accordingly. So first of all, we will weigh all these ingredients in the proper percentage, that is, this is 1%, yeast extract should be 0.3%, NaCl should be 0.5%, and distilled water should be 100 ml, okay, and pH is usually 7.5, that is near neutral, okay. So first of all, we will weigh all these ingredients by using weighing machine, and then after peptone, yeast extract and NaCl are mixed in one particular flask, and in that flask we are adding 100 ml of distilled water. Then again we will mix all the ingredients very properly, that it will get dissolved in the distilled water. After that we will adjust the pH, okay. So how can we adjust pH? For adjustment of pH we have two ways. Either we can go for using pH strip, or we can go for using pH meter. Okay, pH meter is confined to third year students, so here we are going to use pH strip. Now pH strip are also available in different varieties, okay. pH strip for acidic side, pH strip for neutral side, and pH strip for alkaline side. So we will take the pH strip of neutral side, okay, and it will give you this will be the control, or you can say standard strip of the pH. Here we can have okay, 5.5, then here 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, okay, in that way. So calibration is given, and it will have different colors, okay. This will have different colors. So what you have to do, you just dip the pH strip, okay, which is usually light pink in color. You have to dip that pH strip in your okay, medium, and then after you compare your color which is developed on pH strip with the standard, okay. So accordingly you can confirm that what is your pH. Now if the pH is less or if the pH is more, what should we do? If suppose we want to adjust 7.5 pH, okay, and suppose our water is very acidic and it gives 5 pH. So now what to do? We can add drop of NaOH, 1 to 2 drop of NaOH, and we will make it alkaline, and exact pH will be, okay, found out. Now suppose by any means the pH is more, suppose it is 8. Now what is to be done? Okay, we can add not alkali but acid, that is HCl can be added, okay. So this is the way how you can adjust the pH and get the neutral level of the pH in the medium, okay. So after confirming the exact neutral pH, you are going to distribute the medium, okay. Suppose this is your flask in which you have taken 100 ml of distilled water, and all the ingredients are already added, that is peptone, yeast extract and NaCl, okay, we have already added, and this is 100 ml distilled water, okay. Now what is to be done? We have shaken it properly. Now the pH is also adjusted 7.5. Now what to do? Okay, now distribute this material in different tubes in specific quantity. It may be 5 ml or 10 ml according to the requirement of the practical, okay, and which is already nicely plugged properly like this. So we will distribute in proper containers. If it is liquid, we are distributing in tubes, okay? And after this distribution in tubes, then after we will sterilize these tubes. Sterilization will take place, okay? So usually we sterilize the media tubes and plates in the media flask and tubes in the autoclave, okay? So autoclave are also available in market by two different varieties, horizontal one, vertical one, small and bigger, and all these different okay, types. So we have bigger type of autoclave. We are going to use the bigger autoclave for sterilization of the media. Now suppose we want to prepare solid media. Now what is to be done? Okay, suppose we want to prepare solid and agar media. Now how it is to be done? We have already added peptone, yeast extract and NaCl. Okay, and we have also adjusted pH 7.5. Now what to do? Now you can add 3% agar powder. Okay, and then after that flask is to be shaken properly after addition of the agar powder in this, and then after it is autoclaved or sterilized. Okay, now after sterilization will be over, this particular media which is already in the molten form, that is it is already heated, so it is in the liquid form. Now we are going to distribute this media which is sterilized and poured in petri dishes. Okay, in petri dishes we are pouring the nutrient agar media. Now what will happen? Okay, at room temperature, 45 degrees centigrade temperature will be less and less and it will go to 37, and as soon as we will find the lower down of the temperature from 45, this media will get solidified. Okay, so now solidification step is over. Now the media is solid. Okay, so this is the way how we can produce liquid media, and you can also get the solid media, okay, by using different techniques by addition of agar powder. Okay, now we go in much detail about different media. Very first media we have to discuss is McConkey's agar plate. McConkey's agar media. Okay, McConkey's agar media is selective media. Okay, it is usually purplish pink in color, or you can say okay, pink in color. So you have to remember that it is pink in color. This particular media is used for isolation of gram-negative short roots. Gram-negative short roots. Gram-negative organisms are grown selectively on this media by addition of the one particular material, that is bile salt. Okay, bile salt is added in this media, and rest of the ingredients are peptone and NaCl. Peptone, NaCl, and also one sugar, that is lactose sugar. Okay, so they are taken in specific quantity, then after they are mixed, then distilled water is added, and also agar powder is added, because this is solid media which we are going to pour in the petri dishes. Okay, so this McConkey's agar plate, it will be prepared. One particular ingredient that is dye also is to be added, and that is neutral red. Neutral red is pink in color, so the color of the media will be also pink. Okay, pink colored plate will be formed. because of the presence of this medium, this neutral red. Okay, this is indicator dye. Now this indicator dye will give us differentiation in between lactose fermenter organisms and lactose non-fermenter organisms. Okay, so it is selective as well as differential. It is selective for gram-negative short rods and it is differential for lactose fermenter bacteria and lactose non-fermenter bacteria. Okay. Now we switch over to the next particular media. Now the next media is eosine methylene blue agar. In short, it is called EMB agar, eosine methylene blue agar. The name itself indicates that it has two different dyes in its composition. Okay, eosine yellow and methylene blue. Eosine yellow is yellow in color and methylene blue is blue in color. So, by combination of these two, the color of the media will be purple. Okay, but it will be slightly pinkish, go to pinkish side. So, it will be slightly pink, but it should be purple media plate. Okay. Now in EMB plate, what is to be added? First of all, we add peptone, we add K2HPO4 and we add lactose sugar. Okay. So these many things are to be added when we are preparing eosine methylene blue. Now EMB plate is differential for two different organisms. We know that it is differential for Escherichia coli and Enterobacter aerogenes. Okay, we can have differentiation in between these two organisms. Okay, when we are using EMB agar plate. Okay, fine. The next is triple sugar iron agar media. Triple sugar iron agar media is again solid media, but it is found in the test tube, which is very bigger in size, and it will be found solidified in the form of a slant. Okay. Now this type of slant is made in which you will see bud as well as the slant. This is slant region and this is bud region. Triple sugar iron agar slant contains three different sugars. Okay, very first is glucose and then other two sugars are also added in some more quantity. Okay, so rest of other sugars are lactose and sucrose. Okay, so three different sugars are taken. Amount of glucose is very less and 10 times more other two sugars, sucrose and lactose, are added. Then for conformation of H2S produced by bacteria, we have added iron salts also. Okay, so whenever there is production of H2S by organisms, this iron salt will react with it and it will give black coloration. Okay. Now one particular indicator dye is also added in triple sugar iron agar. What we have added, that is phenol red. Phenol red is added in the form of indicator. So the color of the media is red. Okay, red colored media will be this. And now here what will happen, that phenol red is having the change of color when it will be in acidic condition and when it will be in alkaline condition. In alkaline condition it will be pink red in color, and in acidic condition it will turn to yellow color. Okay, so this you have to remember, that in the presence of acidic end products it will go to yellow coloration, and in presence of alkaline end products it will turn to red color. Okay. So on the basis of these coloration we are able to find out that which type of end products are produced by organisms. Triple sugar iron agar slant is mainly used for identifying the members of family Enterobacteriaceae. Okay, Enterobacteriaceae is the family which include so many different gram-negative short roots like Escherichia coli, Enterobacter aerogens, Proteus vulgaris, Salmonella typhi, Shigella dysentery, and so on. Okay, fine. Now the next is blood agar media. Blood agar media. Now blood agar is prepared by addition of blood sample and in composition of nutrient agar media. Okay, first of all nutrient agar is prepared and then blood is added in that. So now the media is turned to something else. Now it is called blood agar media. This blood agar is used for identification and isolation of staphylococci and streptococci. These are round shaped bacteria which are usually found with the wounds and certain patients in which some diseases are produced because of staphylococci and streptococci. Okay, fine. Blood agar is also considered as enriched medium. It is called enriched medium because here we have added blood. Okay, so it is considered as enriched medium. Okay, enriched medium. And the blood which is used here is defibrinated blood. And other thing is it is used for growing fastidious organisms. It is for cultivation of fastidious organisms. Fastidious organisms are the organisms which have special type of requirements. Okay, so certain staphylococci, especially streptococci, are fastidious and they require blood for their growth. Okay, now when we use blood agar, there will be three different regions. Okay, there will be no zone, then there will be green zone, green coloration or green zone, and clear zone will be there. Okay, so this all depends on hemolytic activity of bacteria. Okay, so that hemolytic activity will be checked by using blood agar media. Then WB agar, Wilson and Blair's agar. Wilson and Blair's agar media. Now these media is specially taken for cultivation of and growth of Salmonella group of organisms which are the causative agent of typhoid fever. Okay. Now here reduction of sulfide to sulfide will take place in presence of glucose. Okay. Sulfide will turn into sulfide in presence of glucose. Okay, so this is the reaction which will be found in WB agar plate, and at the end of the reaction we will get the colonies of bacteria which are black in color. Okay, if the reaction is less, then we can have green colored colony, but if reaction will not take place at all, then we will get colorless colony or no growth of organisms. Now WB plate is usually for growth and cultivation of staphylococci, it is for Salmonella, it is for all the different Salmonella types, Salmonella, Shigella, Salmonella paratyphi A, Salmonella paratyphi B. Okay, and depending on the species they give different colors of the colonies. Here there is one inhibitory substance we have added, that is brilliant green and bismuth sulfite. Okay, two inhibitors are added. brilliant green and bismuth sulfite. Now what is the use of these two? It will not allow growth of Escherichia coli, which is commonly found in the water sample. It will not allow the growth of Escherichia coli, so only we will get the growth of Typhosa, that is Salmonella group of organisms. Then next is tetrathironate growth. Tetrathironate growth is having addition of thiosulfate solution and also phenol red is added in this. Tetrathironate growth. Tetrathironate growth is for the enrichment of organisms except coliforms. Coliforms will be inhibited in this particular media, but Salmonella group of organisms and Proteus group of organisms can be allowed to grow in this medium. Okay. Now in this medium, coliforms cannot be grown, but Salmonella and Proteus can grow in this particular media. The next is selenite growth. Selenite growth is made from sodium hydrogen selenite and it is also used for growing the gram-negative short roots. Selenite growth. Okay, this is another media which is used for cultivation of organisms. Then Salmonella, Shigella, agar. Okay, different type of typhoid group of bacteria and also dysentery group of bacteria can be grown in this media, and this media is red in color because neutral red and brilliant green both are added, so it will be a little bit red blue in color. As is agar. Salmonella, Shigella, agar. It is exclusively for the growth of Salmonella and Shigella. Some inhibitors are added for inhibiting the growth of gram-negative organisms. Okay, fine. Now then Ashby's mannitol agar. Ashby's mannitol agar is specially made for some purpose to grow nitrogen fixing organisms like Azotobacter. Okay, the name of the media is Ashby's agar. Ashby's mannitol agar. Okay, so mannitol is one sugar which is added in this media. Now in this media what we do? We have different salts and also one particular sugar, that is mannitol. There is no nitrogen source because this organism itself is nitrogen fixing. Okay, so they are able to fix nitrogen by themselves and they are able to grow. Now in this media there will not be any contamination of other organisms which cannot carry out nitrogen fixation, because there is no nitrogen source. Okay, so this way Azotobacter, that is free living nitrogen fixers, can be grown in this particular media. Okay, certain other media are also there like tellurite malt medium. This media is also used for the growth of specific bacteria. Okay. So this is about preparation of media, various type of media we are going to prepare in our laboratory, but you are restricted to understand about how to prepare nutrient agar and nutrient growth. Okay, so I am going to explain to you how you are going to prepare nutrient agar, how you are going to prepare nutrient growth. Okay, thank you very much.